Hi friends, okay, this is going to be quick messages for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, sun signs for this upcoming week, starting September 25th on. And so I'm going to jump right in. Overall energy, you've got the Ace of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag with fertility and new beginnings, followed by the Four of Pentacles, earth energy. So the Four of Pentacles is typically an energy of like hanging on or making ends meet or saving your money. And so this is somebody who's sort of plotting and planning for a new beginning, and you might be doing that by retreating, saving your money, passing up on invitations, not being out and about in the streets as much, right? It's an energy of sort of preparation that I'm feeling. It's somebody who knows that they're on fertile ground, or knows that they have the access or the ability to make something new for themselves right now, but it does require focus, and it does require like a little bit of tunnel vision. It's sort of just like drowning out the noise, right? Like it doesn't have to be full on hermit mode, but with this Four of Pentacles, you're being very mindful of what it will take to usher into this new beginning, right? It's that sort of energy. Like getting your ducks in a row is sort of how it feels for me. We'll keep going. Yeah, because I see the frog here too on the Ace of Wands. It's somebody who's about to take a leap. But again, before you take that leap, Four of Pentacles, you're like, all right, I got my savings here. I got this here. This is lined up. I already know that this is going to expire on this date and I need to renew it. Right, like that's what I feel here. So we'll keep going. We have the Devil energy with Capricorn energy, light and the dark and shape shiftings, and the Magician, Virgo energy, high manifestation energy. So two messages. This could be connected to work, and you're manifesting something new in work, like this new beginning that you're working on is connected to your career. So some of you guys might be about to take a big jump in your career, or take a risk in your career, or make a move in your career, and we'll get there with the Wheel of Fortune. But overall, you have the ability to manifest your way out of darkness here is what just came for me. And so if there's anything right now that is in a place of discontent, like you have all the tools needed at your disposal to do a little alchemy and change that situation. So anything right now in your life that you want to be transformed, like initiate it. Like you can do it. You have everything you need to do it, right? If you want to move, you have all the tools to move. If you want to cut this person off, you have all the tools to cut this person off, and you shouldn't be worried about the backlash from it, right? Like this is somebody who has everything they need to do what they need to do. But with the Devil energy here, it's either telling me this has everything to do with your career, or this has everything to do with things that are holding you back and keeping you stuck. That again, you have every tool at your disposal not to be stuck in it. Like you don't have to be, right? So that's what I feel here. Five of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heed the call of quest, and the Queen of Wands. So there's a new direction calling out for you where you'll be more appreciated, you'll be more seen, you'll be more popular, you'll be more divine, you'll be more balanced in your energy. You'll be everything that you desire to be, whatever that is, Queen of Wands energy. But with the Five of Swords, it's saying that this all sits in a new direction, or this all sits in this pool that you feel somewhere else, or to leave this behind, or to transform this work situation, or to ditch this Virgo potentially for some of you all, right? It's like, this is the energy that you want to achieve, but you have to break away from something in order to get there, right? Like you can't take Devil energy with you into your Queen of Wands era. You know what I mean? It's like it just doesn't work that way. You sort of have to drop that, free yourself so that you can be the Queen of Wands. Free yourself so that you can be everything that you see yourself as in your mind. Right, for all of us, it's something different, but typically we're always looking in another direction for something that we want, right? But what stands between us and what we really are trying to achieve are nothing but decisions. So it's saying here there's a decision that needs to be made, Five of Swords, to take a different approach, take a different route, leave something behind, heed the call, go in the direction where you feel you can be the Queen of Wands, and stop holding on to things that are just outdated. right? We'll keep going. We have the Six of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with happiness from the past, followed by the Princess of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So for a lot of you guys, what you're returning to is something that used to be a passion of yours, used to really spark your interest, always has a place in your heart. Something like that. Like if you can see how it's illustrated, she's looking over her shoulder, but also the Princess of Swords is somebody who sits on a lot of ideas. Like she writes in her journal, and then, you know, it's $1 million idea, and then she puts the journal on her shelf and goes on with her life. And then, you know, then she starts a podcast and that does really well. And then maybe she moves on to something, right? Like she has a lot of, she's a creative, right? But with the Six of Cups, happiness from the past, this is like nostalgic energy. So it's telling me that this Five of Swords, this call that you feel, or this direction you feel called into, this isn't new for you, right? Like I feel like this isn't something brand new. This is something that's coming back and tapping you and being like, hey, remember me? Like remember when you started writing me 10 years ago, and hey, let's finish that. Remember when you launched me last month? Hey, let's finish that because this is where the gold is. Like that's what I feel. I feel like you guys are transforming something that wasn't making you happy. For a lot of you, it could have been work. And again, you realize I have all the tools I needed to just elevate myself out of this situation. You move in a direction where you feel more of the Queen of Wands. You feel more stable, secure, balanced in yourself, and you feel like you can rise to be everything that you've seen yourself be in your head. And then you get to this energy here where you're now empowered to really go after and manifest that thing that maybe you picked up before and put down out of fear. We'll keep going. We have the Wheel of Fortune, heating inner voice and cycles, followed by the Death card, Scorpio energy. So after, I mean, very simply put, right, in tarot terms, after a deep spiritual transformation, the wheel turns in your favor, positivity comes in, everything shifts in your favor, right? Like, but that literally is this combination. With the Death card, this is about you having gone through an experience, and now it's sort of like what I said earlier, shifting into your Queen of Wands era. Like that's this. Like after a deep spiritual transformation, after a time that might have been rough for you, after a time where you might have felt very isolated or alone, even if not physically, but just within your mind, all of that was for a reason, right? And then now you see yourself kind of coming out on the other side of it and kind of being ushered back into society, if you will, off of your hiatus, off of your isolation, off of living on that island where you learned about yourself and where you dug into the real ideas that you want to actually manifest in this world versus the things that you were using and wasting your time just to get by. Here with that Devil energy, it's like finally you come into this new era, and then Wheel of Fortune, right? Things do shift in your favor, things start to move, things start to go in more of a positive favor because you took the time to really dial in and listen to yourself. Like I'm also getting, for a lot of you guys with this Devil energy here, this was like serving everyone around you except for yourself, right? Like, I always use the cliche example, like I can't move because all of my family's here and they need me. And it's like, but what do you need, right? I can't leave this job because if I do, it's gonna put everyone in a strain. Well, you're in a strain right now. You know what I mean? So it's the energy where I feel like for a lot of you, you had to sort of do that work of like, okay, me time, me era, Queen of Wands era. If you have to go, you do. I'm gonna shift back to this idea. I'm gonna get back to what makes me happy, and everything else can just fall in line from there. Like that's kind of what this feels like for me. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, proper use of cycles and rhythms, followed by the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups. So what I just heard very clearly is you're exactly where you need to be, right? So with this Seven of Pentacles energy, for Typically in like traditional tarot, it's an energy of investment. It's about energetically, monetarily, whatever, the things that you put in and what you're going to get back as a result, right? So, but what I feel here, the universe is trying to tell you is you need to be using love and feelings and that energy as an investment currency right now versus all of this mental energy, Nine of Swords, right? Like the time now is not to be worrying and staying up all night and making the list and checking it twice and having insomnia and doing ample research and make like you've done that, right? Like you've done. This is about moving into this King of Cups energy, right? And trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. For a lot of you guys, you might be seeking love for the first time in a long time. And you might find yourself being like, what am I doing? This is so weird for me. Like, I don't do this. I don't date. I don't care about love. You know what I mean? But like you do. And you've done a lot of work in order to move yourself into the position of life now where you can care about that guilt-free. This is random how I'm getting this. Anyway, that's for some of you, I guess. But it's also an energy in terms of just your life, your career, everything, the way that you're investing in getting what you want. You need to shift that from this old worrying model into just moving in love, go with what you feel and know that that's safe at this time right now versus needing to rely on the conference in your head with all 5 U's debating out what we're gonna do. Right? Move in feeling, move in love right now, and that's going to get you the results that you want because you've already mastered the mental element. You already know how to think your way through things, but do you know how to feel your way through things? Right? And I feel like that's what you're shifting into. Also just heard ease and flow. So advice for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, sun signs for this upcoming week. Yeah, heart chakra, she turned sideways. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. All right, so we have relationship and blessing in disguise. And it says your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. What appears to be a problem is actually a part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. For a lot of you guys, you're gonna go through a separation that might be confusing on the front end, but will make a lot of sense on the back end. It's very, very clearly what I'm getting. And that is not the totality of this message, but that's more so a channeling that I got for some of you, I guess. But a lot of you guys, you're gonna take off and go on a journey solo. Leaving the roommate behind, or leaving the partner behind, or leaving your bestie cousin behind that you do everything with, or leaving your mom behind, whatever. There's going to be a separation so that you can go on a journey of self. And come into true relationship with ease and flow. Ooh. Okay, love you guys. See you next time. Bye.